I'm Stash, and I am the founder of Vivid Black Paints, a nonprofit organization being built to provide supportive programming for Black artists and artists of color, as well as to provide a service to the community through circus and arts as a part of what we believe to be mental and physical well-being. And so this particular video is meant to ignite and remind people that the only way organizations like ours, which are being built by artists of color, for artists of color, I am an artist myself, is if the community invests in it. And so we are here to ask you to invest in us so that we can further invest in the community. Everybody's looking for how they can help moving forward, and this is an awesome way to do it. We have a very tangible plan that's very manageable and won't take years to accomplish. We want to take a structure that already exists, ideally a large home that's probably foreclosed on or perhaps abandoned, renovate it, therefore increasing the value within that community as a whole, and then provide it as an alternative option for affordable housing. And so what makes it affordable is that there would be multiple people renting rooms in this space, and so it won't be close to $1,000 for one bedroom and things like that. And it would also encourage community building within the home, between the artists. The house itself, we want to have creative spaces in the home. For example, a dance studio in the basement or a media center on the first floor. We also want to be able to have a staff living in the home to further provide support for those artists. And the other reasons we want, outside of the obvious, that the housing crisis is real, and artists and creative people have been one of the sectors that have been hardest hit in America around this pandemic. And so not only are artists being affected in the way that they can provide their art and their services to people, which is often centered around community building and gathering people together to observe and receive the art, it has also been the sectors that we typically work in that have been hit hardest, such as the entertainment, theaters, different clubs and bars and things like that, as well as this direct customer service industry, so restaurants and whatnot, as well as fitness. And you will find a lot of your creative people tend to reside in those sectors for their day job, so to speak. And so we are asking for your help. I'm one person. I can't raise the money myself. And we're not even asking for that much. It's a very reasonable amount of money. We're looking to raise for the first home, $250,000. And that would again go towards purchasing the home, renovating the home, and then furnishing the home to then provide it as an affordable housing. And because it would be rent, there would be rent being paid either through further program and support through the city or through the artists themselves. It would be self-sustainable. And so it wouldn't be something that people would have to continue to give to for people to live there. And the other reason we really want this to be an option is because a lot of times as creatives, especially as creatives of color, it's hard to find each other, one. Two, it's hard to find resources that are specifically for us. There are lots of resources for young people who want to be artists and creatives, are interested in different fields in the creative world. And there are areas for artists as a whole. But when it comes to artists of color in particular, which often comes with unique challenges of our own because we don't necessarily come from a cushion or come from a family that can pull together if we really need help. We have to kind of do it on our own. A lot of times the creativity comes from being resourceful because we want to make a better life for ourselves moving forward. And this is one way to do that. We also want to have this house exist because it could further provide support for young artists who may be in smaller areas, smaller towns that don't have as much diversity, to have a landing place if they want to come to a city like Minneapolis. And that is where we want the first house to be, in Minneapolis, ideally northeast Minneapolis, as that is the sort of creative hub is Minneapolis, north, south, northeast. And furthermore, as an artist myself, I know what it's like when I was laid off years ago, and I was basically just living off of my art and fitness. And I was barely getting by month to month, but I was really loving what I was doing, even though the money really wasn't coming in a way that I could sustain. And so I had to go back into other sectors to have a real income after a few years in order to keep my home and my car and things like that. And on top of that, providing a home helps provide certain level of stability and security. And then with this particular type of home, it would be other artists of color. And then further down the line, we want to be able to build out on that life plan program, which we are enrolling for, and we really need ambassadors. We have a small group of people that have enrolled, and some of them do not have ambassadors yet. You do not need to be creative to become an ambassador. You just need to be supportive. We provide the workbook for you to be able to coach them and lead them in a way that they can get closer to their goals. And the program is for 1 year. You are working with an adult, not a child, which can offer a lot more flexibility around the way that you can approach different challenges with them. Building out again from that life plan program, we really want to be able to, once COVID isn't as much of a thing, to incorporate our world program where we help artists of color travel and get to explore other areas, because there's nothing better for your art than learning new bounds in which you can go, new limits, pushing your limits further out. And it really benefits you to be able to travel and explore other areas, learn new rituals, have to restructure your plans and the way you see things, and get to know new people. Literally just between Minneapolis and St. Paul, folks, we all know there's a difference between the things that we experience and the way that we see things. Not huge differences, but nonetheless enough that we can help each other grow a little bit more. And again, this is not asking you to throw money at the problem and walk away. We want you to invest in us. We want you to keep up with us. We want you to ask us questions. We want you to be a part of the process. And we want this to feel like a community project. The only way that can happen, though, is with money. And so we do need people to invest funds. If you have anything at all to give, please do. You can donate through our PayPal, through our website, through our GoFundMe campaign, which is specifically for the house and that whole project that we really want to take on. You can also donate your own personal resources. So if you are an architect or a general contractor and you want to get behind this project and you have experience in this area of what I am describing, please reach out to us. We really do need somebody. Or if you know someone who you think would be able to get behind and feel impassioned by such a project and would want to work with us, please send them our way. You yourself can build on that. You may not think you know anybody, but you never know. If you have any experience with me as a creative, then you can talk about me. If you have any experience with Vivid Black Paint or with Uncaged, which is something that I was doing before Vivid Black Paint, please talk about it. Share us with people. Talk about us with people. Tell them about your personal experience with Vivid Black Paint or with me or with Uncaged or any of my other projects that I've done over the years. This is the time to, again, invest back into the community. This is the time to invest in organizations that are for people of color, by people of color, and we really would appreciate the help and the support we've received. We've been We've had a warm welcome so far, and we would like to keep that momentum going. We also would like funding to be able to continue doing events and offering opportunities for artists to showcase their art and to be able to be seen and be paid for that experience. And so again, if you want to donate, if you want to donate generally, use our PayPal. If you want to donate specifically to the house, please donate to the GoFundMe campaign. And we appreciate any and everything that you can give, even if it's just $5. That $5 is $5 more than we had before you donated it. And so just really consider, and like I said, investing in us. There are a lot of awesome organizations out there. We are a newer organization, but it doesn't hurt to have new people at the table having these conversations with new ideas. And again, renovating a home and offering it as affordable housing is not new. I don't know why it's not done more often, other than maybe some red tape pieces, but again, we wanted to keep it small and keep it community focused, building into communities, building into the people there. And the house itself is not meant to be a permanent housing solution. It is meant to be a 1 to 2 year program. And so even when residents come in, they would come in with the understanding that we are helping you get on your feet. We are giving you space to explore your interests. We are giving you time to build out on what you ultimately want to do with your career. We have a life plan. That life plan comes with a workbook. And ideally, that life plan also comes with an ambassador who can help you grow, continue to grow, be a coach, be your own personal cheerleader to help make sure that you are still moving towards your goal and working through that book. And again, ask me questions. Let me know if you have any thoughts. Let me know if you have people resources, if you have resources you want to donate. If there are any people looking to donate a house even, please send them our way, especially if it's in North Minneapolis or Northeast Minneapolis. Again, we could really benefit from that support. And so thank you so much. Again, I am Staj. I am the founder of Vivid Black Paint, also a creative, and I really want to see Vivid Black Paint come to its full fruition because I want to support artists and artists of color in particular, because they are our storytellers, they are our collectors of the culture, and we really need to support them so that they can continue to tell our stories as we move forward. And so invest in our history by investing in creatives. Thank you so much. And again, anything helps. Visit our website. It's newly renovated. And so you were on there a few months ago. Come on back. It's a lot better over there. And then again, ask me questions personally. If you really have any, you can always direct message me, direct message Vivid Black Paint. Follow us on Instagram, follow our YouTube channel, and then just keep supporting us if you have it in you. We really would appreciate it, and it would be well worth the effort. You will be able to see your investment come to life if you choose to invest in Vivid Black Paint. Thank you.